Well, that was the week that was. I'm sorry about the surrounding noise. We're on a campsite, motorhome or caravan motorhome club site in Littlehampton. So, this week has been amazing. Probably all the wrong reasons, isn't it?
It's not been a good
We got
week.
back.
No.
We got back from Europe on Monday morning, and we're recording this on Sunday. So we've just been completely knocked sideways, really, from all the stuff that's happening. And we had plans for this week, didn't we? What did we plan?
Well, we were going up to collect our post, and then we were going onwards to the Lincoln show. Yes.
Up to Crick to collect the post that's collected there over the past few months.
Yeah.
And then on to the Lincoln show to have a look for motorhomes. We're starting our search for a change of motorhome, and we thought the Lincoln show would be a great place to go and do that, but we've just not been able to do it. Also, we've been gifted a couple of things to review. We've got a new e-bike to review, lucky us, and a new power bank with a solar panel to review. So, you know, we're very pleased that we've been given those to review, and those will come up in specific individual videos. So I had to go. We were going to go to my sister's to collect those because that's our delivery address. That's what we had planned. Call into Brighton for the storage locker, grab a couple of bits, go to my sister's, collect the bits and pieces from there, go to Lincoln, record the reviews and go to the show, and then continue with the search for a change of motorhome. I want to say new motorhome, but we're not buying new. What really happened? Came across on the tunnel early on Monday morning, didn't we?
Yes, we did, yes. Yeah.
Yeah, and then what was the first thing we noticed?
Do you know, Steve,
Well,
I've been so stressed and worried about Pippin that I can't think about much.
We noticed that there's 10 times as much traffic here in England as there is in Europe. The traffic coming up from the tunnel on the M20, 26, 25 and so on, and roadworks everywhere. But then we went to the storage unit, moved a few things around, just popped across the road to the Asda store to do a bit of shopping. Just as we were going to set off to go to Surrey to my sister, Wendy got a phone call from the storage unit saying that he had to come back immediately. So we spent the whole day. But what happened was we'd moved stuff around, and I'd stored a bare bottle of Elson Blue in there, and we'd put something heavy on top of it, and it rubbed against the metal side of the storage unit and split open. It went everywhere.
All underneath, and
spoken about this before,
well,
but we've lost the Jorvik windbreaks that I'd actually promised somebody else, and I'd said this before. Sorry about that. They just weren't retrievable. And the awning that we stored in there, that was soaked in it.
But I didn't realise how toxic it was.
Woo.
We were so overcome with the fumes trying to clean
We
them.
had to wear masks
My eyes
to stop
were
us
watering.
breathing it in.
I felt my
Eyes watering, we were
horrible.
coughing.
We're never using that stuff again. I'm never.
Well,
I've said that. We're not using.
I've still got
realise.
maybe 1.5 litres of it in a bottle.
Horrible it is.
But we're not buying it anymore.
No, we are not buying it
We're not buying the blue. It's very toxic.
Yes, it is. I didn't realise.
I guess some of you out there might have known that already, and if you'd known we were using it, you'd have said, don't do that.
No.
But, so that was that. So we went to my sister's. Pippin got injured playing with my sister's dogs. As soon as she went in, she was they all get so excited, and she's a bit delicate, so we had to spend time back in Brighton to go to our vet, and we've been toing and froing, but we've settled that now. She's improving. The vet thought she might need an operation, might not, wasn't sure, blah, 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 blah. Anyway.
Well, she has ruptured her cruciate ligament.
But
we just sort of...
Yeah. We don't think it's a complete rupture.
But we don't know. But
she's
not walking on it, so...
Well, she is. The vet said it might take a few months, but she'll gradually put more weight on it. And she is, over the past couple of days, when she's standing still, she's putting it down and bearing the tiniest bit of weight on it, which is a good sign. We're optimistic about that, I think. Wendy's severely worried, of course.
Well, I tell you why I'm worried, because I know when they did the blood test, they told us some levels in her liver were very high, and it's a sign of Cushing's disease, so I'm not sure where to go with that. She does have some symptoms of it, so I'm...
Well, they can't do anything.
Very worried.
It's like,
about her. Yes.
we could test for all these things, and we could make absolutely sure, but there's nothing you can do. No. It's like... So I don't think we can worry about it.
We're just loving her, and...
It's just, yeah. So, we treat her very gently, and, we've got the pushchair, so she can't walk, really. I mean, she does scamper around on that one leg, holding the other one up, and then when she's standing, putting it down. But it is a bit worrying. There was talk of us doing an X-ray to find out exactly what was going on with the knee, and we thought we might do that, because our experience of X-rays from a few years ago was that, it might be 100 quid. But then we went to Spain, and the X-ray she had over there was 25 euros. So we thought, oh, well, it might be as much as 100, 150 pounds. But the vet said it was going to be 500 pounds for an X-ray, just to say that you need an operation. If we're going to operate, we're going to do it. We're not. General anaesthetic operation isn't where we want to go with her, is it?
No.
Because, possibility is she might not survive that.
No.
She is quite delicate. We've decided not to do the operation.
At the moment, we're not at the moment. We're going to see.
At the moment. And we've said we'll come back in 2 or 3 weeks to the vet to see where we are with that. So, possibility. I mean, I'm optimistic. Think she won't need it, and she'll improve over months. That's what we're going to do. Following the vet, we stayed at a lovely place, the Rainbow Pub in Cooksbridge, just outside Lewes. There's a video coming up with me extolling the virtues of that. It's a free motorhome stopover. And then we went back there on Thursday night so that we could go to the vet on Friday, and then we were looking around for other places to stay that weren't too expensive, that had facilities, like washing machines, and we decided the best place to stay close by was in Littlehampton. So we're staying here for 3 nights. It's £97 for 3 nights. It's a lovely place, apart from when they're mowing the lawn on Sunday morning, waking everybody up. It's been one hell of a week. We're remaining in Sussex, do the bike review, take the bike to the storage unit,
yes,
put something else in storage, and so on. So, but there you go. So that's where we are. We are once we go away from here Monday morning, a week on from where we were. We'll be heading north again to go to Crick to collect our post, not to the Lincoln show.
No, which is this weekend and finished, hasn't it now? So,
and
yes.
But we will be going. I think we're going across. We're going to go across country to somewhere in Wales for a little meeting I'm having, and then we're going to head south again for family birthday weekends and stuff like that. And then, Lord knows what we're doing. However, having said that, I did spot, well, he's finished now, it would seem. Yeah, sorry about that, the lawnmower. As I was saying, I have seen a rather nice Bailey motorhome online for a really good price. And it looks like exactly the right layout. It's got twin single beds at the back, a nice big sort of sumptuous seats and enough room for Wendy to put her feet up in the front, another little sofa across, the 2 turnaround seats, a good kitchen, and a pretty good toilet and shower configuration. It's all in one room, but there's the shower is sectioned off from the toilet, which is really good. That's sort of what I wanted. So almost meeting all of the parameters. So we might go and have a look at that as we travel back south. So just to get a feel for it. You know, I'm not saying that's the one, because I've only seen it online. We might hate it when we get in it. We will be selling the cuddle bus. So if you're in the market for an absolute bargain, something that is been treated well and got a few upgrades, let us know. So that's where we are. That's us.
Yeah, that's it. Yes.
That's this week. It's been a whirlwind week. Really has. Yeah. I don't think I've recovered yet. Have you?
No, I haven't recovered, and it's just so stressful trying to think where can we stay, the price, and and needing. Then we needed electric, didn't we? After 4 days with no power.
Yeah, we think
we needed electric. You see, we can't do anything.
We can't really go for more than 3 days without a really good charge up, especially if we're not driving far.
And the sun's
if we're
not
driving
out,
for a couple of hours a day, 2-3 hours a day, then the battery gets charged up well, and then we've got the power bank to sort of charge things up from as well. So we could sort of almost do unlimited if we're doing that, but we don't want to. We don't want to do it. We like to settle for 2 or 3 days at a time, and that's okay without electric. But on occasion, we've got to settle and spend at least 2 nights getting fully charged up again, because we charge everything up right back up to the fullest it could be, and then we're all good to go again.
Right.
So
but I think it's more difficult because near Brighton, this area is very difficult.
But as I pointed out, and next Sunday, tune in next Sunday, because we're doing the 2-week spending review. Yeah. Compared with the 2-week spending review in Europe. Yeah. That's going to be a doozy, I'll tell you. That's going to be, because almost this week we've spent more than we spent in the last 2 weeks. And that's just the first week back in England. Vets bills, haha. Yeah, anyway. So that's what we'll be doing. But we need, you always need to consider that the cheapness of Europe with the free airs and the copious availability of places to park everywhere across Europe is balanced off by the 3 months. So we spend 3 months in Europe, 3 months in the UK, and Europe is low cost, England is high cost, but you need to balance that, and it'll be a sort of standard across, because we spend 3 months out of England, 3 months in England, 3 months out, 3 months in, and across the year it'll be a reasonable cost base for us to live in the motorhome. I know I saw a comment recently from somebody saying that they pay 1,500 quid a month on rent alone, and that you lot want everything for free. And I get it. The opinion that we're trying to freeload, but that's not where we're at. We just don't like to spend money unnecessarily, and we're on a limited budget, by the way. Yeah. If we spent 1,500 quid a month on rent, well,
that's our pension gone, isn't it?
We'd have to, we'd have to choose.
Couldn't.
We'd have to choose very, very carefully what we spent money on. Could we afford a loaf of bread? It would be that desperate. So I do get it when people are, right up against it and spending all that. We were once in that position. That sort of why we went to the van life, because we knew it would be a lot of freedom and lower cost. You know, we sort of knew that, and that's what we're experiencing, and we love it. We love it.
We'll be all right once we get past once we get past it, and then of course you're all into more out season, so things are cheaper, and we'll get used to it. And I do love England, and I love to be able to talk to people.
Yeah.
We love it, and you know, I love the scenery. I love everything about it. But there we are.
I mean, some of the things we find, it's quite funny because, you know, travelling from Sweden into Germany, into Belgium, into France, into England, and then doing the reverse and going back again, and then Spain, bringing Spain into it. It's not usual to find anybody, literally, I don't think anybody does this, maybe the Pope, speaks 9 languages, right? Can you speak Swedish, German, French, a little bit of sort of Belgian mix, and so Swedish, German, French, Belgian, and English. Can you speak all of those languages fluently? Well, we can't, but what most people do is they revert to English for the international language, and that's lucky for us. We do a bit of French and a bit of German, but only the super basic things. We know how to ask for beer and bread in both languages when we're there. We can get by in Sweden a little bit. We can understand more than we can speak. And everybody in Sweden pretty much speaks English because that's their business language. So although we do like to speak the local language, it's always a bit stilted, isn't it? From both of us. It's, you know, Pippin gets on quite well. She speaks any language in dog. Obviously, she speaks dog, so you know.
She's lucky.
Yes,
yes, she does. Yes.
Yeah. But we, you know, that is a barrier. And I tell you what, one thing I've been surprised about, and I've been going on about the cheap fuel in Europe, well, especially up in Sweden, equivalent of £1.30 a litre for diesel. When I got back here, it's like, oh, the diesel price has gone down here as well. It's like 140, 142, which we haven't seen it at 142 for the last 2 or 3 years. So it's been up around 150, 155, 160, and all that sort of prices. So pleasantly surprised that the diesel price has come down in England. Cheapest I've seen it is 139.9, so 140. So, you know, but that's again, the more driving you do to get your batteries charged up, because that, you know, the more it costs you in diesel and servicing costs and so on. But, you know, before we go back to Europe, there's an MOT and a service to do as well. So that's going to be, you know, a big cost for this quarter, isn't it?
Yes, yes.
You know, I think we had 2 new front tyres on. I don't think the backs need doing, and they'll be all right for another couple of years. So, and we need oil change, filters and servicing, and you know, all that sort of stuff. So we'll be doing that later on this year. But we're doing the big price review next week. You know, we're looking forward to that because it, you know, we're just getting over the shock of all the money we've had to spend this week. But there you go. It is what it is, and as long as we can still manage, we'll be good. And we love the life, and we love taking you all with us.
Yep, that's right. Definitely, yes.
So there
it's
you
not
go.
boring, you know. No, it's not boring. You've always got a different.
No, van life's never boring.
No, it's never boring.
So
Always interesting. And I do love to go down the different walks. I love it. Yes.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
That's it.
Yep.
Thanks so much for watching. If you've watched us this far,
Yeah.
blooming hell, well done. But do comment below. I'm answering all the comments. We're getting a few more comments now, so it's taking me a bit more time. I can only get to them after a couple of days. So do comment, do press the like button, and do subscribe, because that helps us expand the channel and get all this information out to more and more people that want to see it. And by the way, if you've got access to YouTube Hype, give us a hype up. Why not? Give it a go. I don't know what it's all about, but it's a new thing. So look for it when you're watching. Press the hype button. That will help us too. Anyway, see you again soon. Thanks so much for watching.
Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for watching.
Hype it up.